Good morning, YouTube. This is Joseph with Smart Money Traders. Just had some technical difficulties with a NinjaTrader earlier, so that's why we're just starting now. Thank you for watching. Just know this is for educational purposes only. This is not a recommendation to buy or sell any futures contract or foreign exchange contracts. So right now we're just pushing higher in the equities, especially the YM is pushing higher at the moment. So we're looking at LE. We wanted to short LE, but now it's a matter of can we get a pullback without making a new high? If we get a pullback without making a new high, we're probably going to try to short LE. Now, it's a good thing we're going to try to stop in front of this train here because obviously, we're looking at it would be a much bigger loss. So only low 440 ticks on there on one contract. That's still way below our daily loss limit that we have. Right now, just looking at LE going lower. Well, we said we wanted to short it. Now, the thing is with LE, when we wanted to short it was over here. We were right over here like this. So it could be low 210.92.5. We will short it. So look what they did. They went higher. They went higher and grabbed some people, get some people along a little more. And then now they're going lower. Now, this is support on LE. 210.97.5 is support. Let's see what happened here. They're gonna break the support and come back. I think again, ideally here, if they come back to 211.25, I'd like to sell it from there. But we just gotta wait before we put an order. Okay, because this definitely could be a bounce point to go higher too. Because this is nice support here. Already bounced up 2 times. Once, twice. So let's wait and see. Now it looks like ES now they want to go lower now. So let's find out. Is it a retracement to go higher? Definitely market internals are all red. ADD is going higher. There's declines going higher at the moment. So let's find out how things go here. At least we see the Geiger counter is green. Hey, we're getting the buyers are getting aggressive again here. Let's see what happened here. Because it's below VWAP on ES and market internals negative, definitely I think this market here, we're trying to trade it to the negative side. As you can see, it's kind of going sideways and about to turn to the downside. So that's another sign we may be heading lower here. Yeah, we're heading low on LE and the NYM. Now we are pushing VWAP. That could be a bounce point here. We're not ready to sell yet. Maybe below VWAP and come back and test VWAP from the other side. We can try to sell it. Pushing lower. My ES is down. It's behind by 12 seconds. Everything else is good. Yeah, we need to pull back here to engage short. And YM, if we were to do that, is definitely showing that it wants to go lower. But we can't chase this right now. I think there's a high probability they're going to come and close that gap that they formed here. The pop went higher. Went to resistance. We would like to see a pullback before we go short here. All right, we're playing around the VWAP again here on YM. But this could be a pullback to go higher and lower here. Look at this here, and lower here on equities. And we need a pullback though to engage short here. It's 58 here, or even 64. At the moment, we're gonna go short of 64. We're gonna move to 69. Yeah, I'm still keeping an eye on LE. LE still not ready in my book here. See if we can 84. At this point, we're gonna cancel this order. It's above the VWAP now at the moment. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna be right back. All right, I'm back. Yeah, I'm still gonna treat this as a retracement here. Let's see. I think we're missing the trend on LE here. Again, we need to pull back on LE to go short. Based on the 30-minute here, we're looking at this market's probably pushing higher here. So this market wants to push higher. If that's what it wants to do, we want to do that with it. Try along at 24 here. Try along at 24. We're going to put us to below the swing. 94 probably. Okay, we're seeing some alignment to the upside here. So let's see. If we break this pivot, we're probably going to go to break even. We'll definitely be quicker to move our stop here. If we get a negative bar, we might cancel this because it's so early in the session. We don't want to use all our ammo here. Hey, good morning, Jimmy. Oh, okay. that's a consumer sentiment. Okay, well, you know what? I wasn't even pay attention to that. The next minute here, if we push out, I think we're gonna move to break even fairly quickly here, especially with the news. Give it 11 ticks. Or we'll give it 12 ticks. If we get a negative bar here, we're out. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about the that news. I wasn't even aware of it. Okay, so that tells me we should definitely take a break here for the next few minutes. It's about 10 o'clock. There you go. Looks like the news is. In the meantime, LE is going lower. I said we wanted to short it up to 1090, 2.5. Would have been a nice little trade so far. All right. I guess the market may like the news. Let's see. Let's see what happened with the consumer sentiment. Let's go to the Forex Factory. I feel like I'm a little off because that Ninja thing kind of got me a little frustrated more than I thought. So I don't see any. Usually I only pay attention to the red news, but there's no red news here at 10 o'clock. It's probably on orange. Let's see if it's orange. Yeah, we revised consumer. Okay, so it's positive. All right, so we may see. Even before that, the market was trying to recover. Look at the ADD going higher. So we may try to trade this market to the long side at the moment. You know, let's see. Yes, we would like it to come back to 98. All right. Okay. Yes, here we would like to see my ES chart here. Definitely would like to see like a double pullback. That's the first little pullback is one. Then the second one toward 99. And yeah, I think here we might want to go long here soon on ES if it presents itself. All right. I think we're gonna go. If we hit the round number and bounce, see what happened here. No, we're going. I mean, order flow is showing that we might be going higher here. I'm waiting for a deeper pullback. Here. I think I like this entry here. Oh, I thought I had this. I got my first target hit. I thought I had the right account displaying here. So we got the first target. Said if we bounce off the round number, which is what we did, we're gonna go long. So I think we may go to 59.09 here. So low on this candle is 59, exactly 5900. So 59.09 and a quarter here. If we get that, I think we probably bounce it there for a little bit of relief. But at least right now, we are technically up for the day. I know technically we are up for the day a little bit. I think I took two losses on YM. I thought that was just one. Okay. I think with this we should be able. If we hit the target here, we'll be at break even for the day. Actually, we'll be up for the day. Okay, we got the target at 9.25. Again, I expect a pullback here. I expect a pullback at this level. So if we come back to maybe 05, 04, we might get back long again. You know, if we get to 4.5 or even 3. So, and if we bounce from there, we'll probably go long again here. So we may not get that deep of a pullback. I think it's a retest of this level. Coming back here is very likely. I don't want to trade this short, but coming back here is very likely. Now keeping an eye on LE. LE is going lower, much lower. We need to pull back to 210, maybe to 211 to act on that. Don't want to get caught long right here. I think we're going lower here. Yeah, and we are pushing a fair value gap on the 5 minutes, so that's resistance. And we're getting the sellers being absorbed here. The buyers being absorbed here on the order flow. So ADD is with us, but we should expect a pullback. Here. Probably go back down below 6. You know, below 5. Well, okay. Yeah. Short is definitely a possibility here, but I don't want because the momentum is so great to the upside. Every short hit to me is a pullback. If it's a short here, it's a pullback here. And think about context also in the market. We had a couple negative days. So today could be a day where they're trying to buy it back up. You know, that was yesterday was more like a neutral day when you think about it, and this day was negative. So pushing this market higher today makes a lot of sense if we can break past this 913. But at the moment, I would definitely want to wait for a pullback to act to the long side. You can definitely scalp it to the downside, but it's definitely there's a lot of risk here to the downside. I stay to the long side here because there's some, again, between 12 and 13, we're gonna have some resistance still. That's why I think we're gonna get a deeper pullback to by 5, 6, and then go higher from there, or even revisiting the round number. That round number. I'm thinking if I'm looking at my order flow, I'm not even. I think I have that indicator all up running, but there might be some unfinished business out down there. Them coming back to the round number here makes a lot of sense. All right, see what Ellie's doing. Now, could Ellie be a buy at this level here? Could Ellie be a buy and go higher? They failed to close the gap. They haven't closed the gap yet on Ellie. I think if we don't make a high, like go above 13 here, we definitely have a chance to go low on ES, but I'm not ready to call that. Say right now, we grab a couple points here on ES, get us back to the positive side for the day, which was great. Yeah, we should definitely expect a pullback in ES range here right now. Yeah, before we go higher here, I think we should expect a pullback toward VWAP at least here at 02. Those dojis on the 3-minute shows a lot of indecision here. So let's wait. Pushing higher for now, but again, I would expect a pullback. Now LE, again, if it gets to 210, I'd like to see how it reacts to 210 here. 211. If LE get to 211. Yeah, ES is a big mess right now. I wouldn't be touching it because it's kind of ranging for the last 5 minutes. Is the push higher on ES, so we may not come back all the way down then. Probably come back to this range. Maybe come back to 59.10. There's the push. Now you may say, oh yeah, why didn't it take it long here? It's because it just wasn't clear to me. It just wasn't clear. Now if we go back to 09, let's come back to 09 here. And with a bounce, we have, oh no, definitely I wasn't going to go short here. We know any short was going to be short-lived, and the probability to say, hey, short was going to be short-lived. Now we want to pull back to 09. We got to pull back to 09. We might be able to engage long here. Or could have this been a stop run of those highs? So that's why when I'm trading, I always look at all the possibilities. Not all of them, but at least 2 or 3 scenarios that we can do, because once you get your mindset made up on one, even when the market is doing something else, you tend to have that bias, So like right now, I'd like to see a pullback to 9 and a bounce higher, and then we can engage long. If we see things are lining up to the upside here, we might trade YN again, all right? There's the pullback. Should expect a big fight here. That yellow candle on the top middle, that's telling me, yeah, it's a fight between buyers and sellers. Geiger counter is going to the green, meaning, hey, the buyers are probably pressing on the gas here. Since they're pressing on the gas and nothing is happening really, so that means we could see the lower prices here before it's higher. Let's wait and see. It's a wait and see mode for me right now. In the equities, usually you see that double pullback move when they did this and they go down here and to move it higher. And sometimes that second pullback is not totally, 15 and a quarter is resistance. It's kind of too close to that. So I need to come back to about 9. If it comes to 9, okay, you shorted. If it comes to 9 and we see a bounce, and then from there we'll probably engage long. Yeah. But also we may see a breakout here, because that second pullback doesn't have to be lower than the swing. That second pullback can be just a little shy of that swing and then go higher. I don't want to go long here because we're too close to this resistance. We need more room to it. So, because we definitely could see at least still going lower. Unfortunately, we missed that train, but that's okay. Yeah, you did. You said it's short from 12. Yeah, you might be able to get it to, 1275. If you're short from there, you might be able to get it to break even about 9, because 9 could be a bounce point. That's based on my levels I'm looking at here. Because Ivan's decline is not going much lower here, even though the market is trying to go lower. Ivan's decline is kind of pretty steady. That's a sign that, hey, anything that we see here could be a little pullback to go higher. All right. Again, if you're on YouTube, thank you for watching. So we took a couple trades so far. We took actually 3 trades. couple losers and one winner. The winner was much bigger than the loser, so we're positive for the day for now. But we're moving higher now. So I didn't want to play in this mess here. You know, I wanted something clearer than that. But that's what. Now on LE, looks like we playing around here. This support level. So are we gonna go higher or gonna go lower? That's really anybody's guess at the moment. LE, we got within 6 ticks of closing the gap because the gap up this morning. We're probably gonna go in and try to hit this. I think we still may go lower here to go higher, go to 9, because this is a perfect scenario where they trap people. Look at this, what they did here. They went up by like 1 tick, and there was a quick rejection of that. So I think we may still see higher prices here, but just not comfortable doing anything for the moment. All right, I think, yeah, they got to the 17.5, and probably go lower from there. They got to 18. Now they're going lower. So it's a game of waiting right now. The Aspen decline is showing some bearishness here at the moment. So let's see how we play it. Yeah, Aspen decline is going lower. Then the short might be on at the moment. Might be a short-lived short. You know, it may not be a long. You know, it might be short-lived here, but the short is definitely on at the moment. It looks like Aspen decline is showing the same thing. Right. The short up here is definitely going long up here. Definitely wasn't the play. So I wasn't trying to do that because there's chance for manipulation here. But at the same time, they may use this chop zone here to get some people short and long and then push it one or the other. So in trading, it's not about possibilities, it's about probabilities. So what is the probability you go higher or lower here? It's almost like 50-50. So you want to trade with the edge here, with the odds in your favor. So right now it's looking we may be going lower for a little bit. Also, we may go higher. So got a counter neutral. ADD is turning around though to the upside. So going back to LE, we got close to closing the gap and we didn't. So I think we may see a bounce higher on LE if we cannot go up. If you don't make a new low here. To 10.50, 57.5 could be an entry on LE. In the meantime, LE is trying to push lower, so that's for powder dry. It's almost 10.30, which is when the initial balance forms officially. So we're looking at getting definitely cautious here right now. You know, one thing, based on the advanced decline here, looks like we might be going higher. But yeah, we're going lower now. If we see a breakout in the advanced decline, that could be a sign we're going higher. We're primed to go higher. It's just a matter, okay, will this be it, or will this be just all this mess for no reason here? Big because knowing those guys, they may come back and take out that swing at 11 and then push it higher from there. 10.27, 2 minutes to the initial balance, which is, let's see, initial balance at the moment is right at the top of it. Yeah, we're like right at the top here. And the bottom of the initial balance, that's 85. So the low on this candle is 85 exactly. 50 is 58, 85. So we're at the top. So when you're at the top of the initial balance like this, they tend to fade it before they go higher. So they may go up, or they can just push it higher from here. Just not clear enough for me to engage yet. Just gonna have to wait here. YM is kind of, again, just lollygagging here. Nothing. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. They're pushing higher at the moment here. Let's see. 10:20, we got about less than a minute. So I think I'm still banking to the pullback here. We may see that pullback. It's a lot of points up there that Jushin is trying to get people to go one way. It's risky to short it. Not ready to buy it. Because of that, we're going to sit on our hands. I'm going to sit on my hands. 12.25 could be a bounce point as well. ADD is going higher. It's 10:30. What they may do here, they may break the initial balance, which is going above 1850. If they go above 1850, they're gonna get some buyers up there, and then bring it down. Look at the 30-minute here. That's a big candle. I think a retracement is why we do here. We're not trusting this breakout at the moment. See what happened here. Trying to push higher. Nothing to do. Yeah, the buyers are being absorbed at this level. So let's see if we may see a little push down here. If you're scalping, you maybe will get a few ticks to the downside here, but I don't think it's worth the risk for me. Let's say watch 12.5 here. They may go for that and bounce from there. 12.25. I said whenever I call in like a support resistance number, obviously it's a zone. It's not the exact number. So it could be a few ticks below, a few ticks above that. LE is dead at this level here, 210.37.5. Nothing's happening with LE here. Okay, Steve. Now ADD has a really interesting pattern here. We got like a lower high on ADD. We may be going lower. That's why going short here definitely is not a bad thing. I just not short right now at this moment. Maybe I think I clicked. I think we should come back at least to about between 9 and come back between 9 and 12. I'll feel better as far as buying it. And if I have to go short here, it'd be a quick scalp, but I don't think the risk is worth it here. Like it's bullish, at the moment. So we gotta just buy those little pullbacks. And to my preference, I wanted a deeper pullback toward 12, between 12 and 9. Looks like we're pushing higher at the moment. So there you go. It could be a retest of the high here to go lower. That is definitely possible. We're at the fair value gap, the 5 minute, which is nice resistance. You can see the little push down here. My preference would be, hey, if we go all the way back to 5, even to the round number, then we can reload to go long. I don't know if we're going to get that. Not sure if we're going to get that. Definitely some sellers are present here. The sellers are active right here. Will they be able to push this down here? Higher? Yeah, could have been. Yeah, like I said, the sellers are present here, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a push down here below 13.5. And that last 3-minute candle, that's a 1 minute. Am I looking at them? Yeah, the last 1 minute candle down. It's pretty good volume to, more than average volume over the last 20 days. Oh, okay. So it must, if you shorted 18.25, still in that trade then. Now 17.25 was kind of like support up there. Now it may become resistance. So so we're looking at advanced declines going lower, so definitely push lower is it's in the cards here. Based on what I'm seeing here, my order flow, grabbing 10 ticks here is definitely possible. With ADD heading lower like this, now I think the bias might be changing to the downside here, at least in the short term here, because ADD going the way it's going. Let's find out. Now, remember we talk about the double pullback on the upside back here. We may see that double pullback over here to the downside. It's possible. That's a zone. That's definitely a zone. 15. Stop would be at 4. Yeah. Like I said, in the short term here, my bias to the ES is changing to the downside. They couldn't make it up there. They have to probably bring it back to the middle of, so we need another pullback maybe to 15.5, 15.25 here to go short. Yeah, this market is rolling. Meanwhile, I'm keeping an eye on LE, on live cattle. It's still kind of dead. You got to that support and nothing happened. This is the number we said earlier to watch out. Will we see a bounce from there? At least a little one. It's possible. I think if we go back to 15, that could be in that area they go back and revisit here. Or maybe not. Pushing lower here. Are they bouncing it from here? Time will tell. Let's find out. Yeah, so far it looks like a 9 is holding. So I'm getting ready really to see if we can get an entry here to the short side. But I think I would like to see a pullback toward 15. Is this going higher again? Certainly the order flow when I'm looking at the order book looking like they're stacking here to the upside. Now there's a big order at 14.25. It looks like. See if we're gonna think the uptrend might be resuming here. Interesting would be come back down and don't make it no high and turn around to the upside. Not make it no low. So don't take out this low. That'd be interesting to see here. Come back to 11 and turn around to the upside. Haley is dead at the moment, so we're not gonna worry about that. Yes, on the Unirenko here. If you had a buy entry at 9, you're making money. I just wasn't that brave to do that. Yeah, I think we might be rezoning the uptrend here, which makes sense. It come back here to this level. This was resistance a couple times. Now it's becoming support. What I would like to see here is probably a pullback toward 11. And if we can turn around to the upside here, we're not showing its hand fully at the moment. Okay, 10. Okay, pushing lower. Like if they get back to 11, we may just try along. 11.5, we can try to go higher here. All right, let's go. Let's try to buy here. If it'll be a quick. What did we get in at 11 3/4? Let me move this up here. 7 3/4. That's where our stop's gonna be. If they break that, they're gonna go. Looks like they're gonna play around with this level here. Buy a little prematurely. Let's move it up. Take 9 here. We're gonna see if we can buy at 9. I got fill at 9. Stop gonna be below here at 5 1/4. See if we can get to our first target at least. Get to the first target. Can we get a sustained move to the upside here? 22 is the high. Put it down here at the 1075. Pushing higher. Now we got 17 1/4. That could definitely be a problem here. It's down a little bit because we're trying to capture a big move here. Well, we got cancel here. Go back to 9. 850. See where we are. I'd break even for the day. Oh, bucks. I'm gonna call that break even. If we're buying here at 10.50, we may try to buy again. Maybe 10 then. We got a couple ticks better here. Did I get taken out earlier? 950. If we make a no low here, we're gonna, if we go below 5 3/4, we're gonna cancel our order. That's what we're doing here. Okay. 8 3/4, stop below at 5. I think we're gonna move our stop fairly quickly here. Maybe give it 1 point or maybe 6 ticks. If that break even, it may come back and tag us out here, but we got break even here. Could have gotten at 8, but I didn't. It's okay. Okay, about to hit our target here. Just give me the first target at least. There you go. 875. That's where we at. That's where our stop is at now. Okay, got cancel. So back to the positive side here. All right. I think I'm gonna end YouTube. It's 11 o'clock. YouTube, if you go to tramper.com, I'm not sure who's on YouTube, but if you go to tramper.com/community, click on the community link up there. You'll be able to come into the private room that we have here on WebEx. So with that said, YouTube, thank you so much. And starting next week, I'll only be streaming not 5 days, but just 2 days a week on YouTube, Monday and Fridays. So with that said, thank you so much. Have a good weekend. God bless. YouTube. See you later.